My name is CLAUS ANKERSoN. I'm from Denmark, and this is my first time in the northeast of India. I've been to India multiple times, but this is my first visit to this region of India. I think it's been an overwhelmingly warm welcome. I think people have embraced me as with a lot of love and a lot of compassion. I feel extremely welcome and extremely well cared for. So I think there are several things. The organizers, the organization of this festival is really it's really professional. Everything is according to plan, moving without delays. The volunteers are beautiful young people, and I think young people it is so important to care for and to communicate with young people because they are the future of mankind. So to interact with the young people, actually, I believe, is one of the most important tasks that I have when I go out and travel around the world with my poetry, is to connect with the young people and show them that even though you might be an elder, even though you might be from a foreign country, faraway culture, you can meet as equals, as human beings, and you can talk freely to each other. I think that is so important. And interacting with of course, the fellow colleagues and writers and book people and academics is always a great pleasure, because writers work predominantly in solitude. So we need, for this, our professional capacity building of telling stories, of making, of channeling the stories of the universe to our fellow man. We need to connect also with each other and to meet each other and to meet as equals, even though we are from different places and different cultures. So on many levels and many dimensions, literary festivals such as this is incredibly important. So it's a great honor to be here, and I cherish it very much. I have written 17 books and 3 book-long translations, so 20. I guess.
Have you tested any Vodou food in here?
Sorry?
Any Vodou food here? Traditional food? Have you tested here?
If I have, I don't understand. What is it called? Lachmun pita? The pita?
Pita, yeah.
It's a pita. It is like the elder brother of the idli, the uncle of the idli, maybe, with the jaggery and the sesame seed inside. Very beautiful. And this morning I had the other one. What is it called? It is like a roti with jaggery.
Puri sabzi.
Buri sabzi. I had buri sabzi. It was beautiful also. I love jaggery and sesame and sweets. So beautiful food. I loved it very much.
How is environment here in our Borderland?
Environment is a little bit colder than I expected, actually, but I didn't think that it was so high north. So I should have brought maybe a little bit more clothing. But I think I'm very comfortable. I brought this jacket. It's very good. The air is clean. I love that.
What is your presentation in this festival?
My presentation? Presentation is actually pretty soon. In an hour or two, we're gonna have a nice panel discussion in the auditorium. You're all most welcome. We're gonna do some poetry reading and try to make it lively and try to connect with people in the audience.
Kurumbai. I was so impressed by this festival. I could meet interesting people, and the session was interesting too. And I could feel we can share the feeling as a writer, as a leader, as a human being. So I'm so happy to be here. I published 3 books and several anthologies. Everything is new for me. The vegetable. Yesterday they took me to market, so vegetables and plants and a special monkey. A presentation. So my presentation was about my book, and I could have interesting questions and discussion.
This is your poet MADHU RAGHAVENDRA, and I live in Guwahati. मैं गुवाहाटी में रहता हूँ और मैं तंजौर महाराष्ट्रियन हूँ, मतलब मराठी और तमिल पला बड़ा कलकत्ता में हूँ. मेरी अर्धांगिनी वाइफ अरुणाचल से हैं. और मैं गुवाहाटी में रहता हूँ, असम में। आई एम अ पोएट एंड अ राइटर एंड।
कैसा लगा यहाँ आकर?
सो कोकराझार में फर्स्ट एडिशन में आया था एंड डॉक्टर अनिल बोरो हैज़ बीन अ लॉन्ग टाइम इंस्पिरेशन एंड अ मेंटर एंड अ फ्रेंड। सो तब से अभी तक ये जो ग्रोथ रहा है कोकराझार लिटरेचर फेस्टिवल का, बहुत ही इंस्पायरिंग है एक तरीके से कि ये बढ़ती ही जा रही है और अपनी जितने एनरिचिंग होती जा रही है, बहुत इट्स बिकमिंग मोर एंड मोर एनरिचिंग एंड इट्स वेरी नाइस टू सी मोर लैंग्वेजेस, मोर क्रॉसओवर कल्चर्स, आई मीन लॉट ऑफ इंटरनेशनल राइटर्स, सो लॉट्स टू लर्न फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ कोकराझार एंड द पीपल ऑफ कोकराझार and a lot of cultural exchange is happening, so that's really good.
इस तरह फेस्टिवल क्यों ज़रूरी है?
क्योंकि हमारा जो वर्ल्ड व्यू होता है, जिसे हम वर्ल्ड व्यू कहते हैं या देखने का नज़रिया, वो हमारे अपने कल्चर्स में होता है और हम उसे अपने, जब आप ऐसे कल्चरल कॉन्फ्लुएंस या जिसको एक तरीके से बहुत सारे संगम कहते हैं एक, तो बहुत सारा चीज़ें जब मिलती हैं तो लोगों को जैसे पता चलता है अभी डेनमार्क में क्या चल रहा है, जापान में कैसे राइटर्स लिख रहे हैं, तो बच्चों को भी, एक यूथ को भी एक इंस्पिरेशन मिलती है कि ओ ऐसे भी हो रहा है। अभी जैसे आपू पेन मेरे दोस्त हैं, वो उन्होंने बात किया अपने इसके कॉमिक्स के बारे में, तो लोगों को लगा कि ओ ऐसे भी कहानी बता सकते हैं। सो ये जो बच्चों के मन में ये जो बीज बोते हैं दिल में और दिमाग में, तो ये उनको बदलता है एक तरीके से और अपना कल्चर आगे ले जाने में उसकी बहुत सहायता होती है।
3 दिन में बोडोलैंड का हॉस्पिटैलिटी कैसा रहा?
हाँ,
हॉस्पिटैलिटी कैसा रहा?
Oh, hospitality was lovely. I mean, definitely. I mean, this definitely feels like second home because firstly staying in Guwahati and having lots of friends from Bodoland who's very inspiring. Sudev ji hain jo ki history ke professor hain. So a lot of inspiring people who are my friends from Anjali ji and lots of people like So very good friends. Always enjoyed Bodo literature and translated in English और वो culture और वो चीज़ें. So मुझे हमेशा पसंद आती हैं.
ये फर्स्ट टाइम आया या पहले?
मैं अक्सर फॉर डिफरेंट रीजंस आई वर्क विद बोडोलैंड यूनिवर्सिटी, कभी कभी कोई चीज़ों में तो आता हूँ, उनसे इंटरेक्ट भी करता हूँ कभी कभी। तो कोकराझार मेडिकल कॉलेज में भी मैं वर्कशॉप्स करता हूँ, कुछ कल्चर के एक आध बार आता हूँ, बट ऐसा नहीं कि बहुत फ्रीक्वेंट होता है, बट हाँ इट्स बीन लाइक 5th विजिट, so not really bad. Yeah, definitely it's been very really nice.
Are you happy?
I'm very happy. I thank the BTR government for organizing such a lovely program, and I think the program should keep going ahead, and with a lot of Danish friends and friends from Japan, South Korea writers. I think it's very enriching, so I'm very happy that Bodoland is becoming an international hub for culture. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Many literature festivals across the country, but when I came here I could interact with many writers all over the country from different languages. That is a very great cultural exchange for the writers from all over the because writers are coming from different backgrounds. They have their own stories to share. They have their own dreams to share. When we meet in a literature festival, they will share their anxieties and grievances about their own culture, their own political interferences and the racial crisis what they are in which they are going on. In Bodoland, I know the writers in Bodo are facing many cultural and racial crisis in which their writings are reflected with all these or what we call challenges. In between these challenges, the Bodo writers are writing their dreams and their emotions. So I respect them in such a manner that this is a great atmosphere for them to come together and unite them and share all such anxieties and grievances which they are facing on. That is why when I came here, I just remembered that in my language so many literature festivals are going on, but apart from that the Bodoland people have their own identity crisis to share. It is reflected in many poets I have translated some poems of Bodo poets also. Some of them are one Jishri Boro. Jishri Boro writes stories and short stories. I have translated her poems to leading journals in Malayalam quite back. I have met her in a Sahitya Academy program in New Delhi. And I have translated some Assamese writers also. One of the young poets' name is SREEJITH Bora. I have translated Kaushik Kishalai's poems. I know he is an upcoming poet from Assami. And in which all these poems and short stories, they are sharing their anxieties and grievances in which they are facing on. Apart from Kerala, so such many things are happening in this Bodoland and Assam region. So many threats are going on to preserve their nature, so they have to fight against that. For preserving their heritage, their culture should be protected. In that manner, the literature festival is very relevant, I think.
Basically, in which language you so far how many books you have written?
I am writing children's novels, basically children's fiction, and I am a poet in Malayalam language also. I am working as an editor with a reputed newspaper named Malayalam Manorama in Kerala. I have penned nearly 20 books which comprises poetry collections, children's fiction, non-fiction, translation works and so many other. But when we find peoples like that, we know that when writers are facing challenges, they will write more and more. We know great literature are happening in Latin America because they are striving. Their history shows that they are striving they are living through very difficulties, so their literature is shining on. In that manner, in our land, a poet told that everywhere I have a residence. That means poetry gives us the wings to fly upon. That means as a poet, we recognize everywhere. That means everywhere we have a writer to recognize. So poetry, I am residing in my poetry. That means our reflections, emotions and dreams, all of the other things I am showing through my poetry. And I have attended so many literature festivals across the length and breadth of the country. But so many literature festivals are happening in major cities. Apart from cities, when the festivals are falling in village countries, that will be more what we said suitable for literature festivals, where one writer can understand other villagers' feelings and they have their own dreams to share. That is why I think the ideal place for literature festivals are not in cities but in villages.
Thank you, sir. Are you think that?
Because we have heard that in Ramayana, I am talking about what you are asking. In Ramayana, when Bharata came to the forest to meet the Sri Rama, then Rama asked one question: What is the opinion of Charvakas about me? You know that Charvakas are the opposition in Ayodhya. That means first we have to listen not the ruling. We have to listen not the what the power is, the power politics is saying. We have to listen to the opposition, what they are saying. That is why Rama asking what is the opinion of Charvakas about me, because Charvakas are the opposition in Ayodhya. What I am saying is that we have to listen to all cross sections of our country. That means the destroyed one, the suppressed one, the toiling masses, the laborers and the farmers, and not one sector or two sector of our society is completed with our nation. We have to listen to all the emotions and feelings of all cross sections of our country. That is why Rama asked about what Charvakas opined about ours. That is the ideal thing what we have to follow, I think.
नोंथांनि जिउआव जायखिजाया खामानियावनो हेंथा नुजाथिदों नामा? गोब्राब नाजासेयावबो जिउआव जाफुंसारनायखौ मोननो हायाखै नामा? जुदि नोंथाङा बेफोर बायदि जेंनाफोरजों मोगा-मोगि जानांदोंब्ला बे खेबनिफ्राय जिंगासिनांगौ गैलिया। मुलुग दरबाराव तन्त्र मन्त्रनि थाखाय बयनिख्रुइबो मुंदांखासिन थावनियानो जादों मायां। मायांखौ साधु बिद्यानि रायजो होननानैबो मिथिनाय जायो। बे मायांनिफ्रायनो तान्त्रिकनि सोलोंथाइ लानानै फैदों मुंदांखा रबि कबिराजा। बिथांनिफ्राय नोंथाङा नोंथांनि जिउनि गासिबो रोखोमनि जेंना जेंसिफोरखौ सुस्रांनानै लानो हागोन। बिसि फिसायनि गेजेराव जेंना, गोसो थोनाया गारनानै थाङोब्ला लाबोफिननाय, जुलिनि जेंना, साख्रि मोननो हायै, हा हु धोन सम्पथिनि जेंना बायदि बायदि जेंनानिफ्राय उदां जानो एबा सुस्रांनानै लानो थाखाय नोंथाङा दिनैनो दानो जगाजग खालामनो हागोन रबि कबिराजखौ। रबि कबिराजखौ जगाजग खालामनो थाखाय मबाइल नाम्बार 7099193841 एबा 7086047381 आव कल खालामनो हागोन।